Make it your list.
Oh, hey! I almost ran out of time today to do this, which is funny and interesting at the same time because today within the community, the objective of the live was to do a call to action. And funnily enough, I had a few hesitations around doing that because of late, I've kind of put everything on hold because my life has gone in a magical, wonderful new direction where having to show up and produce and the old paradigm of Sharna where I used to try and do all the things to people please and to be significant and to be of value, all the ways I used to run myself ragged, really crumbled and were allowed to slip away for the last couple of months, which has been since December, I think,
Yeah.
have been this real transformative time
Reassessing.
of fully reassessing exactly where I am and what I'm doing in the world and how I'm showing up. And so today's objective was for us to do a call to action, which I'm not going to do because ultimately I'm still sitting in a beautiful space where I'm able to sit and reflect upon everything I've been, everything I've done, everything I've said, everything I've promised, every way I've shown up in the past. And I'm really able to sit here with a reflective mode where I'm like, so what am I doing and who am I? Interestingly enough, I still have two one on one clients that I work with, and I have at least four of my past clients begging me to put together another group program, and I will, and it is coming. But I feel like I'm just about to come out of the cocoon and spread my wings and fly, and old Shana would have jumped into action to try and people please, to try and be enough, to try and be significant. And old Shana would have thrown something together out of desperation to ensure I get in the right time and ensure that I'm relevant and that I'm in with the flow and in with the cool crowd. Trying to show up. I think this is something I've held at school, right? Like, I think since high school I did this whole, oh my god, it's cool to do that. I want to have that. I want to try and be like I can fit in, only to realize that that always ends up falling short, always ends up hard and exhausting and just in a funk that's never quite right. And so of late and since December I've really journeyed through promising myself that I'm going to only honor myself first
Yeah.
because
Deciding what's most important to you and finding and realizing that outside of all of the content that you're doing, the most important thing is you, and more importantly than that, you're always enough. Defining yourself and people pleasing and doing all the other stuff to impress other people is good, and it's good to help people, but also realizing that without it, you're always enough anyway is pretty important too.
so it's been really the greatest gift I think has been shutting everything down, coming from a space of just being with what is, feeling in the moment, really getting to the grassroots of the bullshit that I have enabled within me and within those around me for so long, and choosing to finally face off with that and love it and just drop it. Drop the facades, drop the self expectations and the self sabotage and setting myself up in all these positions to somehow be what other people want, which is never. It's not right, people. We need to stop doing this. It's such a horrible addiction that society has where we have to try and prove our worth and we have to work ourselves. And I see it so much where people are over giving and over committing and doing all the work without actually doing the work to significantly be a part of your own life and your own story, without truly stripping away all of the conditions and the bullshit and actually sitting with yourself and going, so what the fudge do I actually want? Am I doing this to prove myself, or am I doing this because I actually want it? Am I showing up in this space because I feel like I have to, or am I choosing to be in this space? And I think if we could all start with that.
I would say that at the basis and the essence of everything that you're doing, and when you start to really slow back and work out what is most important, at the essence of it, it's conscious living. It's being more conscious and concise with everything that you do. Honouring what matters most first, deciding whether it's what you want and what serves you, and spending the time, not just going, yeah, this is what I want because of whatever reason, or without thinking, or with going, that this is the potential and this is the way the world, the family, the friends, that everyone thinks you should do something. Find what's more important. Find the what serves you the best, but also find the balance in there, knowing that we can't survive on fresh air either. You've got to sort of have that balance, but starting from a conscious standpoint is going to give you the basis to do what you want in a godly manner or a more joyful manner, and you're going to get far better results when you do come to find what it is that you're supposed to be putting out there anyway.
Exactly. So I guess the script for this was that we were meant to do a call to action, and I guess I am going to do that in a way about, but I've got 2 clients that I work one-on-one with because they reached out to me despite me not being online, despite me not advertising. They'd been wanting to work with me for quite some time and had felt called to do so, and chose for themselves to reach out and fully connect with me and find out what I'm doing and how I'm helping because they felt that. And I think when we met and we talked things through, I realised that I wanted to work with them too. And I think that's the space that everything needs to be moving forward. I will do a group program, for sure. I fucking love that space. I love watching a group connect and see themselves, but then also see everybody else in their life around them reflected within that group environment with the different health types and the different genetic types. So groups, I think, are super important for what I do. But in the meantime, I'm integrating the NLP that I've just done. I'm integrating the hypnosis I've just done with the clients that I have and any clients that come on board. And when I'm done well ready, my magic will flow and you guys will want to be involved, and that's cool. Some of you won't, and that's cool. But I think for the future, I will only show up in my fullest capacity, and you will only see me create space for you when it really, really aligns. And I hope you all understand that and love that, because no longer am I going to go out there and sell myself, because that doesn't feel good. And no longer am I going to sit there and try and tell you that you need to work with me, because that doesn't feel good. If you're someone who actually sits there and goes, wow, this person is my person, let's talk. Because at the moment, I've shut down most of my businesses and I'm creating more wealth than I've ever created in my life. I'm creating more time freedom than I've ever created in my life. I'm creating more awareness, more love, more contrast, more polarity, more fruitfulness in every aspect of my life than I ever have before. And it's doing things that I never expected I would.
But honouring yourself in the right place to start with too. Doing things and giving yourself the time and actually living. That's what we're here for, is to actually live. To take the time, not just to get up, go to work and eat and die. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to people please. We're not here to do what the government says, definitely not. But we're here to live. We're 100% here to live, and you're living more, which is creating more simply by honouring and being more conscious with everything that we're doing.
There's your call to action. If you want to live more, we can have a conversation. Doesn't mean I'm going to work with you. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything, but it might just lead to magic like it has for everybody we've connected with in the last 5 months.
Just some cool conversations too. Like, if you're in a good place, if you're wanting to learn more about whatever you want to do, that not everything has to be a job.
And not everything has to be a sales pitch either.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just nice. Like the guy that we met that gave our tattoos.
Oh,
unbelievable, conscious conversations.
So awesome.
Really cool to meet those people, because it's not always you get to sit in a space where you can dive deep on everything. And sometimes that is how you change the world, just meeting and being authentically yourself.
One moment with another human at a time. It's magic.
Yeah. Kind of like a neutron star collision, I'd say.
Anyway, guys, so that's my call to action, but not call to action, is if you're a human having a human experience and you want to connect and have more of a human experience, we can talk. But I'll always let you guys know what I'm doing and when I'm actually running a group program, and if that's your jam, that's your jam. If you're one of those people like the 2 clients I've got right now and you know you want to work with me, you can reach out. You take action. It's your choice. And that's the whole message here, is your life is your choice. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Adios, amigos.